Good morning, my amazing honors kiddos. I wanted today just to take a few minutes to walk you through how to read those peer reviews that your peers have given you on your narrative short stories, that narrative fiction that you've been writing. So it's not that it's difficult. I know I don't want to insult you. I know you can click a button and press read review, but there's one little thing that's hard to know if you're not in class for me to show you up on the board. Because if you have several reviews, there's this little tiny number I'm going to show you here in a minute on just how to get to the next review. Because you might think only one person read your review, and it is set up so that everyone should get 2 reviews. Now, I can't control if people do their assignments or not, and I'm sorry about that. If somebody didn't do the assignment of the peer review, then you may not get feedback, but I did go through and read all of them. So I tried to give you something that you were doing well and maybe something, 1 or 2 things you could work on. And then the rubric is attached to the final draft if you want to go out and look at it as well. But let's just start by how do I even get there? So here's my Turnitin screen. And when I go in, I'm just going to click. This is from the teacher's perspective. I'll take you to a student's perspective in a minute. But this is what we're looking at here. You are trying to, you do these peer marks for your peer review. And you can see, I started the assignment, I opened it up April 8th. So that's 13 days ago. And only 8 people did it. So I thought, okay, they're having a hard time, or they're not watching the videos, or they're not reading their module sheets, or they're busy with other classes. So I opened it up again a second time, April 14th through the 19th. And I only had 2 people submit and do their assignment. So now you're looking at 10 people have done this assignment out of 20. That's 50%. So I can't, like I said, I can't control that. All I can do is my best from my end, which is post it. But now we have to move on. Like some people that did their assignment. So these 15 people, these 16 people here that did their rough draft, they want to move on and they want to take that feedback as a writer and they want to figure out, what advice do I want to take? What advice do I not want to take because I was intentionally doing that? As a writer, how am I developing my own style while at the same time, following the integrity of narrative writing? So these people deserve the opportunity to move on. So if, we're going to let them do that. I can't hold it open forever, as I'm sure you can understand. It was originally posted April 8th. It was in your module sheets. It was in all the videos that I've done. If there was a special one set aside for you guys. So it's there. Like I said, I even walked you through, the questions on the side. So we're going to move on. So I did keep it open. I opened it up again last night when I saw that not everybody had done it yet. So this is like your last chance if you want points. Unfortunately, the way technology works, I'm sure you understand, is that there has to be a cutoff and a deadline in order for that assignment to close. And that's just the world of technology. Like I can't rewrite computer programs. So we do need to move on. It started on the 8th. I'm giving you until the 22nd, which is tomorrow night. That means you have had 2 weeks to go out and just answer a few questions and read somebody's story for them. And remember, the extra credit was also there if you wanted to do your own review. So not that you have to, but if you wanted to, I'd give you extra credit for that. So that's what you are looking for in your inbox, is the narrative short story and the fiction. So if I want to read those reviews, I need to click view. So I'm going to show you from a student's perspective. You just will click, you're going to find the assignment and then you just click view. It's as simple as that. But the tricky part comes in trying to read them. So you can see, here's the assignment. Now I didn't submit my assignment, so I would have a problem. I have a 0 in the grade book, which isn't important because that was on last quarter anyway. But what is important is I haven't done any of these write reviews. I can still do those even if I didn't do the original assignment. This assignment is an assignment still, and I'm going to go out and review somebody else's short story, even if I didn't write my own. And I had a chance here, and then it closed. And then so the teacher said, okay, I'll take late work and try it again, and it closed. So now you see it says last chance peer review. Like that's your last chance. we need to move on so people can do their final drafts. So I would click Write Reviews. When I write them, it just says Start Review. Do you see there's 3 of them sitting in here? I have to do 2 that are pre-assigned for me. And then if I wanted extra credit, I can do this self-review. So I would just click Start the Review. It'll kick out a paper to me. I've already done this in a video lesson before, so I'm not going to do it again. But that's just to remind you what to do. So now when I'm finished with that assignment and I want to see what somebody else has done, here's my assignment. I didn't do it, so I'm not able to view any responses because I didn't do it originally. But if you did do it, and most of you did, you click View. So you just click, it'll be blue, you just click it. When you pull it up, it's going to let you, read the comments. Somebody might have put a comment in here. There were questions over here on the side that I had for you that you have the opportunity to be answering. Whoops, sorry. Okay. So read these comments here. They answered all these questions. Read what they put inside of your paper in these little bubbles. And that's where I put my comments for you. We're in the bubbles. So look for the bubbles and click on them. And then it will give you comments here. This is what I want to show you is this little button up here. There are 2 little arrows. Let's see if I can zoom in here. There are 2 teensy arrows at the top. So that's what I want you to notice because you have to navigate between your reviews. If you should have more than 1 because everybody was asked to do 2, and mathematically it should have worked out so everybody gets 2 reviews. Like I said, as you can tell from the work completion, I don't know if you'll all get your reviews, but if people see this today, they'll go out and hopefully review. So you'll get some by tomorrow night. But this is how you click in between them. This arrow here, it gets you to the next review. If you just go to the bottom where it says read reviews, you're going to get the same one over and over again because it always starts on the same review. So you have to navigate with these little arrows, and that's kind of the tricky part. So that's all you have to do when you're reading those peer reviews. Have fun. Remember, someone's, it's their advice to you. This is just they're reading the questions, they're answering to the best of their ability, but you don't have to take their advice. It's not required. I'm not grading you on whether you took their advice or not. I am looking at you as a writer. Like, are you revising? Are you thinking through the process that it takes to be a writer? And then looking at those nuances of narrative writing, and in particular, in this case, fiction, a short story of fiction. Are you developing that plot? Are you using some suspense mechanisms and strategies? Do you create a climax? Is there conflict? Do you use dialogue to create characterization and propel your plot forward? All of those little pieces that we talked about in the previous video and in class when we started these. So that's what I'm looking for. The reviews are there to help you, to give you feedback. As a writer, I think the more feedback we get, the more chance we have to chew on and think about what we want as our final product. Right? So have fun. I can't wait to read your final drafts. I really enjoyed your rough drafts. Very different, all different types of styles and different plot lines, of course, and different genres. But one thing you all did really well is you were taking the teaching that I gave you in the instruction, and I could tell you were thinking about it and applying it. So good job, charge on. I'll see you in office hours, I hope. Have a great day. Goodbye.